of the country over the next decade by using, not most, every. We're using every tool at our disposal to get it done. When I took office, I signed the American Rescue Plan, which the governor indirectly referred to, that sent $350 billion to state and local governments. And we said they could use it for things like replacing lead lines and lead fixtures in their communities.
The new bill will seek to lessen the strain on people collecting Social Security by boosting each recipient's monthly check by $200. That's an annual increase of $2,400. Now, Martha Sheehan, president of the National Association of Registered Social Security Analysts, told reporters that many seniors will rely on Social Security for the majority, if not all of their income. $200 a month can make a significant difference for many people. And the average monthly Social Security check is about $1,658, so a $200 increase would represent a 12% boost. The bill would also make several additional changes to the program, including resting the program's funding by applying the Social Security payroll tax on all income above $250,000. Currently, earnings above $147,000 are not subject to the Social Security tax. And Democratic Representative Stephen Cohen, a co-sponsor of the bill, said in a statement, with half of older Americans having no retirement savings and millions in poverty, it's far past time to address the future of Social Security. He called for a $147,000 cap on Social Security taxes indefensible. And although the bill would likely face obstacles in Congress, the lawmakers are ready to take steps to shore up Social Security given the eventual shortfall, which would result in a cut to monthly benefits by about a couple dollars, starting in 2035. Now, Congress is finally ready to take action this month, and low and middle income households can expect to receive boosted relief checks from their state or city. Some people will have to take action to claim and receive this extra stimulus cash. And the crisis has caused financial havoc for millions of Americans. Even 2 years later, it's still having a negative impact as thousands of people are out of work, and the cost of inflation is making it harder for families to make ends meet. And many Americans were hoping for another round of stimulus payments like those given out in 2020 and 2021. Several state leaders have already taken matters into their own hands by issuing payments to qualifying residents. The number of states providing relief and child tax credits or deductions had risen to 12, as New Jersey released its own child tax credit legislation. The federal enhanced child tax credit provided working families with $3,000 per child under 18 and $3,600 per child 6 and younger. But the refundable credit was only available in an enhanced version for 2021, and has since reverted to its original maximum amount of $2,000 per child for 2022.
I have to say start with thanks to Representative Andy Levin. Thank you, Andy, for your, of the great state of Michigan, for your leadership, and all of those who are organizing alongside you. We are here today because something extraordinary is happening. A worker-led, groundbreaking effort is underway here on Capitol Hill. Congressional staff are transforming our U.S. Capitol by unionizing to demand equity and protections in the workplace. And I'm so proud of our staff for their work to realize labor rights here in Congress and for those we serve. To the Congressional Workers Union, your relentless perseverance and creativity has been stunning. You have made history by organizing the first congressional offices ever to seek union recognition. At a time where the fissures in our democracy are clearer than ever, congressional staff winning a voice at work is among the most promising developments in making this institution more democratic. As an activist, as an organizer, and congresswoman, and the proud daughter of a union meat cutter, I want everyone to know that I will continue to fight for the dignity, the safety, and the security of every worker, including and especially my own staff in my office. I am proud to see Black workers nationally leading the charge in the labor movement. Everyone deserves to have a seat at the bargaining table, and everyone deserves to feel empowered to fight for equity in their workplace. From Amazon to Starbucks to Capitol Hill, workers are demanding justice in the workplace, and I am proud to stand in solidarity with your courageous fight for union rights. Your fight for a better workplace and a better world for all of us is inspiring. Every year.
say this about reconciliation. Democrats are moving ahead with the provision to lower prescription drug prices. We'll be meeting with the parliamentarian this Thursday for the bipartisan birdbath on this provision. As you know, the bipartisan provision. First, Democrats get to go forward with the parliamentarian, then Republicans. But the real birdbath is both are together and make their arguments. It's a little like a courtroom. That's what's going to happen Thursday. And let me say this. We are excited about doing prescription drugs. This is something we've waited for a very long time. It's going to be a major, major accomplishment to help people bring down inflation. It has so many good provisions in it. Of course, for the first time, the drug companies will be forced to negotiate prices with Medicare. There's other things as well. For instance, there's a $2,000 limit. No one will pay more than $2,000 for drugs. That's going to send relief to lots of people who desperately need expensive drugs and can't afford them. There is a provision, an anti-inflation provision. So once the company starts selling its drug, and they've already then, even if the price is expensive, they say, well, it's years of research, it's all those costs. But once they set that price, they can only raise the price on their own at the inflation rate. That's a huge thing. So there's lots of things that are in this provision, free vaccines, so many good things. We are proud of this, and that's what we're doing on reconciliation in addition to the ACA provisions that we've agreed to. Yes, next to.
What's your plan, man, to deal with some of the climate initiatives and proposals that were initially outlined in the reconciliation package?
Well, as I said, here's what we're doing on reconciliation. But we are going to keep fighting on climate. It's very, very important. It's an existential threat to the globe. We're urging the
So $1,400 stimulus package, everybody, is here. There's a huge update on it, and I want you to know this, that President Biden is working with Democrats and Republicans to take immediate action on the next relief legislation. The top lawmakers are debating on how much the next round of stimulus relief payments should be worth. Now, President Biden is trying to take action immediately and address the rising inflation. Biden said he could drop some of the tariffs imposed against imports to control rising consumer prices in the United States. This comes just as the Wall Street braces for another inflation report north of 8%. The White House is reviewing the penalties imposed under the former president, and according to CNBC, this raised prices on everything from diapers to clothing and furniture. Biden has said he is thinking about opting to remove tariffs altogether. The extent to which removing the former president's tax on products would cool inflation is a matter of debate among economists. But many say easing or removing the tariffs together is among the few options available to a White House that's eager to pull every lever available to ease the cost. The president reiterated that the crisis has caused the prices in the United States to jump at the fastest pace since the early 1980s. Biden said in his speech that I want every American to know that I am taking inflation very seriously. The first cause of inflation is a once-in-a-century crisis. Not only did it shut down our global economy, it threw supply chain and demand completely out of whack. Economists say the crisis is to blame for inflation, 8.5% rise over last year. An economist polled by Dow Jones expect that report to show inflation rise 8.1% in the 12 months ending in April. While some economic measures have staged remarkable rebounds,